with that vision, at least 343 knows he can get up in Keizu's face on this off lane. But this is also, like, okay, Batrider, open wounds as well. He's already got the sticky napalms up, so 343, he's still going to keep up with him. This first blood, Fnatic will actually claim it on the bottom lane after Batrider tries to get a little bit too aggressive. Doesn't scan out NoDiggity's movement because they were smoked up. However, Keizu has broken out, but it's mid one who's pushed up a little bit too far, so YapzOr starts him with a shackle. Synderen has the magic missile still available. They burn through the shield, and Ember Spirit will drop down, so NoDiggity, they'll level it up. Mid one's going to rotate over as well, so, well, okay, he rotates over and then spirits himself away. Not sure if fully intentional, but Koifa was also rotating to do something about him. Synderen on bottom lane, meanwhile, open wounds over on him, just a little bit too close, and Mushi's Rage will make sure that magic missile doesn't stand between him.
So they've got to play defensively and react to Fnatic's movements and try and dodge those ganks. Otherwise, they're going to fall incredibly far behind in this early
Top
game.
lane, Ember Spirit's going to come and join the fight. The status from the jungle is actually trying to help out NoDiggity right now as YapzOr on the front line. He is going to go down, but at the cost of the Ember Spirit. With Synderen and Era arriving at the right time, Ohio still trying to retreat out, consumes up one of the fairy fires. Synderen has no more stun available, however, so Ohio can just pull him.
Just slight little misplay there from mid one, not getting the searing chains off the first fire remnant, so you have to use a second fire remnant aggressively, and that just kind of depletes.
DJ wants to fight the troll trap over on Synderen. Mushi was waiting inside of it. DJ barely survives getting back to the tree line. Era now also on the run, but with the spirits fall from mid one, the thunder goes to work from Era. Mushi's going to drop down. Mid one will still be able to kill off YapzOr, who locked him in a little bit with the shackles, but now Era, no way to escape from this. Mid one will mop up the pieces. But it's still a very costly fight going a couple of ways there.
Yeah, 9-minute phase armlet. Man, he's strong and good at fighting. That Sunder, if not for that Sunder, that would just be a completely one-sided affair.
He's actually going to kill off DJ if he can get the last attack off. It looks like Ohio with the Raw is going to lock him in.
With honor.
There doesn't have any points in the Moonlight Shadow yet as well, which could have maybe been a saving grace for either himself or Era in the top lane, but being aggressive soon. But I don't think Fnatic are going to expect the blink timing this early on, so Keizu could be looking at a pick here soon.
He's TPing to tier 2.
There's a lot of counterplays for this if Ohio has Raw.
Oh, there's the Hex, Mass Open Wars down, 343's trapped inside of it. It'll be a 1-for-1 trade-off, but now the last two over on Mushi, wasting a lot of that rage time and Era sitting on the sidelines, but they couldn't actually stop him from infesting into the dire creep wave. You're gonna lose as well the Mirana inside the Radiant jungle to DJ while all this is going on.
In this indoor push, they've still got a little bit of okay, no Metamorph about to wear off, and without Surfmords or Metamorph, this is at best a tier 1 tower, but Fnatic, maybe, they're looking to contest this one.
Yeah, here comes the TP. It's the Ember Spirit coming in from the side. Synderen roared up at the very, very start. And wow, mid one jumps further. YapzOr still going to get the shackles off, but that Flame Guard burning through the two supports of NoDiggity. As Synderen and YapzOr will fall. Mid one once more, spiriting forward. Era has to create a couple of copies and get himself out of there if possible. But nope, steering chains again. Mid one's on top of it. And the Hex also arriving from 343, meaning there is no chance for a Sunder. Tier 1 tower goes the way of Fnatic. They are
very, very fast. Synderen with the max wave of Terror. Era's holding the Metamorphosis for now. He wants to maybe try and maximize its duration in a teamfight scenario, and Fnatic going to have to react very...
They lasso over on a Centaur because they know Mushi is sitting inside of it, trying to scout it out. It'll be swapped back down again. They've got the Wave of Terror and the Armor Toggle will not be successful. Now mid one, however, the Slide of Fist, they're all grouped up, but the arrow flies forward, only kills off a Necro block, but you got the Doom over on Koifa. YapzOr runs back inside the pit. Roshan's still low. Keizu wants to TP himself out. This one is YapzOr. Shackles over on mid one. Massive Mords, remember, they're still inside the pit, but they're quite terrible against Roshan now. And Fnatic have the choice, so can they slip themselves in and finish the job?
It was a sick decision from Diggity to go for the lasso on the Centaur to kill off Mushi to start things off.
Use the VS, you can use the Shaman, disengage, set up for another target.
It's always going to be hard to get that clean initiation when Beastmaster has vision. He's found Terrorblade now in the jungle.
With a Raw that's going to isolate him out perfectly. TP support's on the way from Synderen. He might get there in time for a swap. No, he will not. In fact, he ends up just cancelling his TP. Positioning is so good right now for Fnatic. They were probably scouted out by that Dire Observer ward that's hovering over the bottom rune. So they know that Fnatic actually have, like, a force next to the secret shop for Keizu. Oh, there's your blink. Hex, it was the Hawk giving the vision. YapzOr comes in with his own Hex and the Mass Open Wars down. He'll tank up the Raw. The mech charge is going to help the sustain coming in from Fnatic. His fight splitting up, but already two heroes down for NoDiggity. Synderen's going to be the third one to join him. And there's nothing Koifa can do. Like, they thought they actually had like some kind of reactionary initiation, but yourself up. You make sure you're not alone, and you don't give Diggity the opportunity.
And they have such good counterplay to the pickoff of Batrider with they've got 3 insta-stuns in Raw, Impale, as well as the Searing
Here
Chains.
they come. It's an Infest inside the Dark Troll Summoner versus the Blink Up. Who do they go on first? It's the Ember Spirit Keizu. He can't get the last 2 off before the Flame Guard is triggered. Even Yapso taking out the fight by the Raw. They're gonna lose 2. They're gonna lose more. They've lost 3. The Doom's on point. We'll have to hide up in the tree line. And the only hero who's able to escape is Era back through his own jungle. Koifa will die in the tree line. And NoDiggity, if that smoke play worked, it would have been nice. Again, being sniped out by Koifa, but that's the Thunder Hide, which is being possessed right now by Mushi. Moving in towards the top ranks. NoDiggity have no choice. They have to come back and try and fight this. Even though they can't take 5-on-5 fights, they have to try and give it a crack. So Era into Metamorphosis. Mid one very quickly down. The Terrorblade can find the kill. Mid one's going to buy back and come forward, but now it's Ohio and NoDiggity. They've actually managed to bring down 2 cores, but the money from Fnatic is allowing them to just keep this fight going. The buybacks all across the field. Yapso will now go for the jump in. He's still got Shackle available. He knows 3-4-3 can just turn this around. Start up with the Hex and that side of fist damage. NoDiggity, they have to space out more. They're being burned down. If they can get a dieback over on mid one, life would be absolutely amazing. But NoDiggity, should you almost be happy with what you've got?
Yeah, you could be happy, but you can be even more excited if you get another pick or 2.
The arrow is flying in. Are they going to dodge it? No, DJ walks into it, but Mushi will arrive. The side of Searing Chains helping to kill off Cinderin. And 3-4-3, at least Yapso will keep him out for now. They put down the walls, and Mushi will die. He tried to infest himself away to safety, but it was unsuccessful. So NoDiggity, they actually get, well, they get buybacks galore. Vision.
It's so risky when you've got the ward, so you do have some vision. If you can catch, if you see Fnatic split up on the retreat, then yeah, you can get something out of it.
Here's a problem. You can't stop Aghanim from triggering Starfall. Just triggered over on the ball and was instantly pinged out by Fnatic, so they knew that NoDiggity were moving under the cover of smoke. Cinderin wants to TP out, but the Hawk is right on top of him. So at this point, they just leave Cinderin and get the hell out.
Probably a good call. You can see that one a few times with NoDiggity. Cinderin being like the mobile ward.
One way to look at it. Bottom lane Koi for Searing Chains on him. He's already used Leap, he can't blink away, and they should go for a double control. Keizu, the blink, roar, and then Finger of Death mopped him up very quickly. He was on top of that misplaced Observer ward. And Koifa with a leap away. Actually, is he going to survive this? The Spirits are jumping down, yes! To be able to TP out. But it's still a massive problem. They still lost their Batrider.
Searing Chains and then Remnant away, he can fully commit to a fight. And when you've got this big of a farm advantage as an Ember Spirit, you're actually pretty good at just kind of staying in the front line, dishing out damage.
They used the Hawk as bait. He walked up just to deep water. Now Mushi swapped up into tip for towns, but Cinderin explodes to the Finger of Death. Fnatic want to move out a little bit further, even though DJ's in very, very deep. Era's going to be doomed up, but he's very happy with that. He'll tank it out. Like, maybe not so great because he can't create his illusions after triggering Metamorphosis, but he'll at least be able to survive.
Well, this will be at least one lane of racks. With Mushi having an Aegis, there's a good chance Fnatic just swing their way towards this top lane.
And with no support controls, literally Batrider is your only stun available. Getting a Blink Lasso over on this group. Lion's probably going to be the primary problem for him, but then you also get the Searing Chains problem. But it will actually be a double lane of racks, and the jump in is DJ with a War Stomp going on Koifa. The stun's there from the Lion, so Mirana is down, buyback is available, and this is kind of all or nothing right now. So Koifa's up, you got Cinderin also alive, he'll TP forward, they want to keep Mushi under control, Lasso and stun, everything they've got. Mushi can't infest, he can't get away. They will be able to find one with a short range arrow into DJ that'll hold him in position just long enough for Shadow Shaman to actually get over 1k gold for finding that kill.
It's ultimately it's not really enough for Diggity. Even if they Lion, I'm not sure that's the ideal. And I think he's a bit better off maybe inside the Ember Spirit. You don't really want Lion initiating the start of the fight, but not too big a deal.
I was actually waiting for it to be in Ohio at that Blink Roar Necro Book, but the Necro Books are being expanded a little bit earlier, so they can just force into the tower, and now there's your jumping. DJ and mid one right on top of it, 3-4-3's in there. Oh, Mushi's just along for the ride, he's not even jumping out, he's just watching his team win the game at the moment.
Waiting for the right opportunity, and maybe that's it. Yapsor's initiation. He jumps out, the shackle will be there. Yapsor just explodes. You already bought back over on the Bat Rider. Quote's going to go down as well. This game is over. You're going to lose every lane of ranks here. You've got no buybacks up on anyone, and there's the call out from Cinderin. GG, Fnatic, a commanding performance here in game 1.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron just spent the entire fight waiting for Doom to wear off so he can just pop his Metamorphosis, and they invested all this farm in a Terrorblade who, even at the late game with a kind of comparable net worth to some of the Fnatic cores, wasn't really able to do a whole lot in the fight. There's just too much control, too many lockdown answers with the Roar, the Lion, got Doom as